Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy, Zane, and he got a 4K camera, so now we looking a little bit more crisp, a little bit more ugly, terrifying, horrific, because now you can see all the pores and all of that good stuff. So today, I wanted to come on here and dabble in Sorry, I just woke up. I want to dive into the Eboy category and do an Eboy makeup because I've always wanted to see myself in that light, because I've never had like a that phase. I've never had that, and I want to try it out today. Let's get into it. All right, so off camera, I went ahead and added in my purple contacts from Contacts Lens Hub. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get started on this makeup Eboy tutorial. The first step of any of my makeup routines is that I always like to start with eyebrows first. I don't know why, it just looks better to me. We're gonna take Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Ebony, and we're gonna go ahead and get these eyebrows intact. I'm taking a little bit on the end of the brush, and I like to start with the tail of my eyebrow. How are y'all enjoying the 4K quality, huh? Is it looking good? Alright, now that we have our eyebrows on, I like to go ahead and conceal the bottom and the tops of my eyebrows. I'm taking Fenty Beauty in the shade 350, and I'm going to go ahead and conceal on the top and bottom. So guys, 2020 is here, and I am mad excited about it because it's a new start to everything. It's a new start to everything, and I cannot wait to see what happens with the world, my life, everyone around me, their lives. I'm just excited because I feel like 2020 is the time for like major changes and stuff. Only because it's a new decade. That's why I feel like that. Not because it's a new year, because it's a new decade, and I feel like in this decade I can achieve so much if I actually like put my mind to it and stuff. Like my goal by the end of this decade is to not be struggling how I am right now, and be somewhere where I would really love to be by the time I'm 30. And I think that's very achievable, to be honest. Alright, now your eyebrows are done. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take our beauty blender and we're going to go ahead and blend out the concealer on the top and the bottom of the eyebrows. Because we don't want those chunky lines. We don't want those lines coming through. Because if those lines come through, it's going to look bad. And we don't want to look bad. We want to look like an E-boy. Or a girl. Or E-they. Right? So now we can get into foundation. This is my holy grail foundation is Fenty in the shade 350. Side note, if you don't know anything about Fenty, Fenty came out with concealers and foundation. If you're a 350 in foundation, you're gonna have the corresponding concealer in the same shade. So it's not like your shade 350 in this and your shade 120 in concealer. It's the same number. It's gonna be literally at Sephora, they have the foundation in the back, concealer in the front. So literally you just grab the two and you head out, and that's what we're gonna be doing today. So I'm taking my Fenty concealer and I'm just pouring it on the back of my hand, just a tad bit. I'm gonna take my foundation brush. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and we're just gonna go around the whole face with this. I feel like this 4K quality looking good, to be honest. You guys can finally see me for me. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and take my concealer, apply it to the T-zone areas. I really don't like to go a lot with it. I know a lot of people like to do the whole like huge triangles and stuff. I just like a little subtle concealer, you know what I mean? And now we're gonna blend out. Okay guys, now that we're done with our foundation and concealers, what we're gonna do, we're gonna set everything. This is my go-to setting powder. It is the Too Faced Perfect Peach setting powder. I love the packaging of it. I think that's why I like it the most, because the packaging is so good. And it's like one of those like, not glass, but it's like plastic silicone type stuff on the top. And then it also smells like peaches. And we're gonna go ahead and set our concealer. Just taking my damp beauty blender, just go right up and underneath it and just pack it in. I like to use my beauty blender in my T-zone area to set everything. So everywhere I put concealer down, that's where I like to go with my sponge and press down into it. Now, everywhere else, I like to take a brush and I like to set it like that because I don't want to have too much around the outside, if that makes sense. How are we feeling so far? We liking it? I'm liking it. All right, what we're gonna move into next is gonna be eyeshadow. I went ahead and put some setting powder underneath my eyes to catch the fallout, but I wanna go ahead and do some red. And I think I'm just gonna take one red shade and just blend it out from there. So I always like to take a neutral eyeshadow shade and just apply it all over my lid, just so I can have a nice clean base to work with once I start adding all the other eyeshadows and all the other colors. All right, so now I'm taking my red shade and I'm just gonna pack this on the lid. So I definitely think I want to make this a little bit darker. So I'm just gonna take this shade right here, just like a dark burgundy shade. And I'm just gonna apply that in the corner, the outer corner. So I'm applying it here. I'm liking it. I'm liking the way it's coming out. All right, guys, once you have this eye done, go ahead and transfer it to this eye and get this eye complete. All right, guys, now that we have our eyeshadow complete, what we're gonna do, we're gonna brush off this powder that's underneath that caught all the fallout, or should have caught all the fallout. Yep. We're gonna go into bronzing the face. So I picked up this Fenty Beauty bronzer. I know Fenty Beauty is not sponsoring this video. I wish it was. But this bronzer is literally so good for my skin tone. It just works wonders. And just go in. Now look at this compared to that. Look at that bronzer. What? So my next step is to go in and add some more dimension to my eyebrows. Honestly, I'm using a black shade from a palette, and I'm gonna go into the tail of the eyebrow and just fill it in. And if you guys are just watching me fill in my eyebrow, I just want to let you guys know that if this is your first video, just hit that subscribe button, because a lot more content is coming and is already up on my channel. Very funny, very YouTube amateur-esque, if you will. Very YouTube amateur, if you ask me. Click subscribe and click that bell notification so you can get an update every time I upload a video. And for these eyebrows. To go ahead and lock these brows in place, I'm gonna take my Morphe eyebrow gel and just hit all of my eyebrow. Now we're gonna jump into contours. I honestly use these two shades to contour in the James Charles X Morphe palette. I know it's crazy. And what I like to do is just, only right there though. So I have a lot of powder on right now and it's kind of just sitting here. So I like to set my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it. Just so those powders can like sit and not really move. So I noticed with the Eboy look that there's a lot of like blush kind of in a way. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm taking my Morphe 8C blush palette and I'm gonna dip into the shade Hot and Queen. Those two shades. Those are my favorite two shades. And what I like to do, I don't like to apply my blush here. I like to apply it here along the cheekbone. It just looks better to me. So we can go in with it, to be honest. Eboy Glam makeup. So I see a lot of them have like markings on their face. So I'm gonna do a couple. Wish me luck. Very subtle. I think I'm just gonna do like a simple X. It's kind of like an Eboy Softboy Glam. Okay, alright. We're gonna go ahead and do mascara now. I'm taking my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. We're gonna go in and just add the mascara. It's kind of like a Softboy Eboy Glam, to be honest. And I'm not mad at it, like at all. I actually really enjoy it a lot. So now I'm gonna take my eyebrow. So now I'm gonna take my Per eyelashes in the Styled Diva, and we're gonna go ahead and apply those. The thing about eyelashes, people, is that if you buy the eyelashes out of the box, please cut your lashes. Don't just apply them straight out of the box because they're not gonna fit your face usually. You need to cut them so they can fit. So, and I already cut my lashes. So I always hit the middle first and then add the rest. Now that we have both lashes on, I like to go back with some mascara. So now that we have our lashes on, we're gonna go ahead and do lips. I wanna do like a nude, like I always do. So I'm taking Morphe's True Story. I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to the lips. Now I'm gonna take Jeffree Star's Mannequin and I'm gonna hit that right in the center of the lips. And to top it all off, I'm gonna take Jeffree Star's First Impressions lip gloss and I'm gonna go ahead and apply that on top. All right, so the final step would be highlighter. This is my favorite highlighter in the world right now. It's Anastasia Amrezy Live, Laugh, Love so much. So what we're first gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and set all of this with a Morphe setting spray. Wow. And for a final time, I like to spray again. We are all done. I'm gonna go ahead and change really quick into my other attires and I'll be right back. All right guys, here is my Eboy Softboy Glam makeup tutorial. I love this look. Like I would wear this out. Like I would definitely go around the town with this look. It looks really mad nice. I'm living, you know what I am? I'm living for the blush. I think that's what I'm living for the most. I really love the blush in this. Come on, little Eboy Softboy Glam makeup look. Come on, come through. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, please give it a comment, and please subscribe. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please share love, and yes, I will see you next time on my channel.